Like we live, we gonna get straight to it today too. Don't worry about nothing. Get the twos and fews a minute to fall in like they typically do. You already know. You feel me? When the hating don't work, they start telling lies, kill them online, but they funerals getting televised. We know. Bear with me. We gonna do what we normally do. And the machine, it's a lot of opposition. Y'all know that, right? I'm gonna holler at you after the live. Peace. Yeah, man. Get a little bit of water one time. Y'all gotta pardon that glare, man. That light be shining on me, man. I be trying to block the sunlight out, but you can't stop the sun from shining. Action. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone we worship, and thy name we seek. Ya Allah, guide us on your straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed favors, and not the path of those upon whom your wrath is brought down, nor the ways of those who go astray after they have heard thy teachings. Ameen. Mashallah, subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. Y'all know the vibe. We buffering already. Y'all know how that go. They trying to knock them in and out. Y'all see that? It's buffering already. I don't know if it was buffering through the prayer or not, but we know how this go. So yeah, we gonna go ahead. We gonna do it a little differently today. You feel me? Normally I just jump right in with the monologue, but we gonna do it a little different today. You feel me? Y'all might have heard this on Take Your Head Off Tuesdays, but if not, get familiar. Tap in with that Black Dollar sound. You feel me? Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to those that was involved in Boys in the Hood. I am Furious Styles. Let's go. So but I'm burning shit down. All money ain't good, so I'm turning shit down. I was trying to keep it cool, but I'm furious now. Never out of character, bitch, I'm furious styles. All the losers keep losing and the groupies keep choosing. I just tell them all, move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die, and the only one I fear is a lie. Best rapper alive. When that hating don't work, they start telling lies. Kill them all live, but they funerals getting televised. Entertainer lecture all the time, lyrical exercise. I get paid to tell the truth, they going broke, selling lies. Holiday season with the pack, Mr. Fourth Quarter. You don't wanna see me when I'm at these niggas getting tortured. I'm with the Suicide Squad, all they know is slaughter, killing the fathers, make cocky problems out of wives and daughters. I speak the truth in every line of black and power. Never let them trick me off the streets with all that childish shit. Since you wanna talk and sell the truth, no lies, please. Niggas way too grown to get murdered over a live stream. Just know the angel of death don't wear no halos. Hoes out here running from their past. No J-Lo, no Diddy, but I run my city. Come and get me. Only can't save time, niggas is history. A stop a law, but I'm burning shit down. All money ain't good, so I'm turning shit down. I was trying to keep it cool, move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die, and the only one I fear is a lie. Best rapper alive. When the lies don't work, they plotting on your life. Wanna take our freedom of speech, they plotting on our rights. All my enemies in this industry, it'll get you ready. Since they wanna see the visionaries in the cemetery. Niggas stop digging my grave before you fall in. Niggas too sick for this work, they gotta call in. Every day I'm going hard, what's a mental health day? They be passing judgment, but we know they never tell back. Never gave my image and likeness to someone to control. Niggas breaking the code. These these hoes, so they sold.
Only sinning that this shit stupid equal with smart.
Right.
Let me find out the microchip is in each part.
Right.
Hit my cellular, go there,
By Millia, I wish you well.
oh, so I don't kill a talk.
No, I don't kiss and tell. Loose lips, sink ships, they furious now. This is boys in the hood, bitch. I'm furious now. So my child saw a law, but I'm burning shit down. All money ain't good, so I'm turning shit down. I was trying to keep it cool, but I'm furious now. Never out of character, bitch. I'm furious styles. All the losers keep losing and the cougars keep choosing. I just tell them all move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die. And the only one I fear is Allah. Best rapper alive. Really though? Black dollar. You cannot stop the sun from shining. Black dollar, holla.
Black dollar entertainment.
Furious style. I'm in the building.
He says, cash you home. You know what that is? Y'all Amos and Andy, are you stepping in these fetches?
Speaking of stepping and fetching,
It's called gentrification.
early in the game, you see it. You see it. Early in the game.
They can buy the land at a low price and they move all the people out, raise the property value and sell the property. What we need to do is we need to keep everything in our neighborhood, everything black owned, black money.
That's something they might not know nothing about, but we know all about that. Like I said, when the hating don't work, they start telling lies, kill them online, but their funerals getting televised. You already know the vibes in the count. It's Big Mutali. We in the building. You feel me? It's crazy because anybody that know me know I've been on this Furious Styles energy for a minute. This ain't new. This small things to large kings, you already know what it do. Anybody that know me and that know my life story know that, yo, I used to be Trey and my father was Furious Styles. Anybody that know me know that. And now I'm raising my son the same way. You feel me? Pillar and post in the community. We ain't worried about nothing that these dickheads on the internet talking about. This is real life. No cap in my rap. You feel me? And when they can't stop you, when they can't be part of what you doing, then they gonna try to throw rocks at the throne and try to deter you and deter you from what you doing. Nah, we ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Go find you something to do. You feel me? How many people can you get in the chat? Huh? And I ain't your uncle. Because if I was nephew, I'll put you in that corner and put that belt to your back. So don't play with me, y'all. Don't play with me. I don't know what y'all on. First thing in the morning, y'all know what it is. And I'm going to say this early. I'm going to say this early. To the fools that was on here last week playing, go bury who y'all need to bury. Go carry what y'all need to carry. Go deal with your demons. If you come in my chat with any of that fufafi, I'm exposing everything from dead bodies to adultery to generational curses and family secrets. Go find you something to do. This is your one and only warning. You feel me? People want to throw rocks and hide their hand, but we know how that go. Salam alaikum, me. You feel me? So yeah, you know what we gonna do. We gonna play some beats, and I'ma do what I always do. I'ma say what I came to say, and then we gonna go where we need to go, because we got business to handle, and that's really dope. Furious Styles in the building. Take your head off Tuesday vibes. If you're not familiar with that track, get familiar. I appreciate everybody who was showing love and supporting. If you're paying attention, YouTube be playing with them numbers. It is what it is. It is what it is. But like I said, you can't stop the sun from shining. It don't matter how many haters jump in the chat. It don't matter who none of these fools think they is or who they talking to. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you can't stop the sun from shining. They'll get in your chat and ask you who you is. The question is, who are you? You feel me? I'm that man that Allah made as the light. I'm light incarnate. Who are you? Who are you? You feel me? Who is your parents? My life is an open book. You don't like it, come close it or close your mouth. Because you better off playing in traffic than playing with me. And that's just really though. So yeah, we gonna go ahead and let some of these beats play. And I'm gonna do what I came to do and say what I came to say. And that's really though. By the way, anybody that got a problem with any questions, comments, concerns, you can cam up. We ain't gotta do all of this foo-fafi in the chat. Show yourself. Don't be a coward. Furious Styles in the building. You feel me? Original boys in the hood stepping. Yeah, I've been out here for a long time, sonning these little boys and raising my son in real life. See, while I'm raising my son in real life, it'll be grown men on here pandering for my attention, trying to compete with me. Broads mad because they can't be with me and I'm outshining whoever that they thought they would replace me with. I'm not checking for nothing they doing. I don't care what they saying or what they pursuing or who you're screwing. Black Dollar Entertainment is the movement and can't nothing stop us from moving. The strong way, the long way. You already know how the game goes. So like I said, go play with an electrical fence with your wee-wee. Don't play with me. Okay? Fun boy, little funyuns, don't get stepped on by the biggest stepper. That's really though. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and without further ado, I'm gonna do something that I normally don't do. I'm gonna do a review. You see, this week, I had the pleasure and the privilege of finally seeing that movie, Sinners. You feel me? Great movie. And shout out to the company I was keeping, you know what I'm saying? The young lady that entertained my company while I was watching it. I watched the movie twice. And I'm saying shout out to her because in this world, a lot of people are goofy. They watch movies and they want you to, shh, let me watch the movie. Let me get hypnotized and I want to be put under their spell because that's all Hollywood do is cast spells on you morons. And y'all are so willing to be participants in their sorcery. Then you wonder why your life is upside down and you can't tell your left from your right. Man, the real is in the building. Assalamu alaikum to the believers and the knowers and the builders and the shakers. Homie, I love you. They tried to say, I've been getting messages from you know who all week. Now they trying to say that nobody said her name last week. But it's cool, we kept the file. We kept the file. So everybody run along. Go get ready for your funeral services or whatever you gotta do. Just leave me alone because you should know by now that God loves me. And every time you throw a stone at me, a whole boulder fall on your big blockhead. Don't get put in this casket, okay? I'm trying to leave the casket empty, okay? Okay, it's people getting jacked in the world, Craig. We need top flight security in the world, Craig. Okay? Leave me alone. Don't come in here with your shenanigans. So yeah, like I said, shout out to Girlie that kept me company while I was watching the movie Sinners. Because I'm pointing out all the symbolisms. I don't just watch movies, walaikum salam rahmatullah. I don't just watch movies to be entertained. I watch movies to pick apart the occult symbolism, to catch the sorcery, to see the play. You know what I mean? All of the narratives, all of the propaganda that they put in these movies. Whether it's the alternative lifestyle agenda, whether it's the anti-black male agenda, whether it's the anti-black family agenda, I watch and I peep the game and I break it down to the smallest compound. These fools just be sitting there on their Aleister Crowley, trying to get engulfed and indoctrinated into the sorcery. They really want to be part of the magic and the illusion, okay? But yeah, we are never caught in delusion. This is real nigga radio. Y'all know how it go. So yeah, one thing I noticed about the Sinners movie, they based it around October 16th. What is October 16th historically? And we're going to come back to it in the end. Because they said it and showed it at the beginning and the end of the movie. October 16th is the anniversary of the Million Man March. Now they said October 16th, 1932 to October 16th, 1992 is when it's based. Now peep this, because I took notes and everything. First time we watched it, it was nighttime, you know what I'm saying? We just catching the vibe. It's supposed to be a horror movie, right? So you know how that go. But then we watched it the next day in daylight, and I took notes, so here we go. Main character named Samuel. As you may know, Samuel is the name of a prophet in the Bible. Samuel was the one who anointed David to be the king. in the Bible. So out the gate, they're letting you know this is spiritual. The twins that Michael B. Jordan played, red and blue, they show the duality and the opposition in the human being all throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? The movie highlights the season of separation. How you could be down in the thick with somebody. They could be your brother, they could be your spouse, they could be your parent, they could be your child. It don't matter who it is. We all are alone to each other, and we will all be tested with what we love. The movie highlights that through and through. The season of separation, which is something else that came directly from the teachers in the Nation of Islam. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, yeah, that name, that they scared for me to say and that they scared to say. The most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's where all of this pro-blackness and the beauty of blackness in this modern day, that's where it came from. So don't argue with me, argue with your mama, or do what you gotta do. A fool is born every day, and every day somebody gonna get their ass in this casket. You feel me? It gets drastic. So yeah, if you peep the game, the father, who was a pastor of Samuel's father said, look, Satan is gonna come for you because of your music. He quoted the scriptures. He quoted Corinthians 10 and 13. No temptation is unique to an individual. God is the most faithful and will provide a way out. No believer is tempted beyond what they could bear. Right? This is what he's telling Samuel, that he wanted Samuel to help him, his father, preach that sermon. Samuel would rather do music, and secular music. He was chasing worldly fame and acclaim and accolades. That's how I go in this world. So then he left with his cousins, Michael B. Jordan's character, the twins. They go off to do the music. Upon them going to set up shop, they noticed that it was a snake in the back of their truck. Now, Samuel's father told him, if you keep dancing with the devil's going to follow you home. The twins came back to Mississippi from Chicago. They said they'd rather deal with the devil they know than the devil they don't know. And then just like Samuel's father, the man of God said, the devil gonna follow you home if you keep dancing with him. So out the gate, you can see that the devil was after these two men, meaning the cousins of Samuel, right? So then they go to set up shop. The movie also highlights the Asian demographic, and they trying to push a narrative like it was all of this, you know, Black and Asian coalition going on, which we don't see today. If it was back then, Allah knows best. We don't see it today, though. And shout out to the real people everywhere, no matter what your race, color, creed, or hue, or ethnicity. If you real, you real. If you not, you know the vibes and the count. You feel me? And somebody will be cheering for you today and I hate you tomorrow. So we don't get caught up in that. We looking for the 144,000, the like minds and kindred spirits that's also walking this path. And that's not trying to be subdued by the sorcery, and the hypnotic shenanigans that they got out there for you and me. No, let us be wide awake and aware, like I always say. The drunkard harmonica player was once an overseer, a sharecropper, doing the slave master's bidding. So when the slaves was picking cotton, what was he doing? He was barking, giving out orders, beating the backs of the slaves. Yeah, drinking and indulging in alcoholism, because why? Because he felt guilty of what he did, the demons that he was carrying. You know, like a lot of my haters. A lot of my haters, they harboring demons and they wish that they could throw stones at me, but the chickens always come home to roost, ain't it? Karma's a very real thing, ain't it? And we watched it play out. Another character by the name of Cornbread. Weak link, he shouldn't even been involved with the plan of the band members, but he was, you know what I mean? He also shouldn't have been securing the door. See, when you got people doing security, make sure they really gonna do security. Otherwise, you better off just watching your own back. What's the point of having security? What's the point of having an ace boom coon or a right-hand man or somebody that's supposed to hold it down, somebody that's supposed to get back to back with you in a brawl or a shootout or whatever? and then they turn their tails or they weak. We ain't got no time for the weak links. You feel me? Nah, you are as strong as your weakest link. This is what I'm teaching my son. And your circle of friends, you be the leader. And always remember, you are as strong as your weakest link. So if the weakest link is susceptible to always getting y'all caught up, you gonna always be caught up. And as the leader, you gonna be the one that they looking to. See, this is why they mad at me. They can talk about who in the chat or who not in the chat. Bruh, tap in at the end of the day. You feel me? The people that follow me, they live real lives. People got work, people got jobs, people got children. They might not catch the live, but it's funny how they always double back. Come on, man. Go play in traffic. Tell them don't play with us. Tell them don't play with us. I see they ain't saying much, and that's a wise thing to do because I'm exposed to everybody. So yeah, when the twins came to get Cornbread said he didn't want to go. It was his wife that said. This is another reason you knew he was weak by it. His wife speaking while men are speaking. Say, how much money you gonna give her? The twins said a number. She said, you need to go get that. Speaking out of turn, when men is talking business, how she chiming in? So they should have knew right then. He shouldn't be secure on the door. He can't even secure his household. He's not even the voice of authority in his home. We got to be careful with the company we keep, folks. It's very real. It's more real than we can describe in this live stream. That's really though. So yeah, the lady who sang, the black lady who ended up knowing Voodoo, she was a key component. She had love for the twin Smoke, right? And they ended up conceiving and procreating new life. You know what I'm saying? And again, I appreciate the fact that I was able to watch this twice and break it down without being interrupted, without being stifled. The first time we was just watching it, purely for amusement and entertainment, just to see what the hype was about. Second time, I'm like, yo, let me take it to the lab with the pen and the pad. Let me go ahead and give a review. It's people that saying that this is the most important and impactful movie in the history of Hollywood. It's people that saying that. And I agree, it was a great movie. I don't know if I would give it that, but it was a great movie. So since there's so many symbologies in the movie, I figured we'd go after it. Who better than E.T.I.L.E., right? That's really though. So yeah. Once it came down to the fact of them having the baby, the voodoo lady, they lost their baby. You see what I'm saying? So in the midst of them losing their baby, now she's tormented with the fact that she lost this baby and she was praying for them, the twins the whole time, and they found their way back, right? So then you got, hold on right quick, right? You got the native people that tried to warn the white people or the vampire people or the KKK about what was coming. You feel me? They tried to warn them. They tried to tell them, look, this what y'all doing, this what y'all playing with, it's not going to benefit you. And surely it did not benefit them, as we saw as the movie unfolded. There was a white girl in the movie. In particular, this girl is a snapshot of what we deal with in America. Right? She was also a liability and a weak link. Right? And she was after Stack, the twin brother who was weaker, who followed his lower desires. Notice they had Smoke wearing blue and Stack wearing red. Red and blue, the duality, showing the polarity and the duality of brotherhood. Showing how sometimes you could be walking right with somebody and y'all going in two different directions. That was one of the main messages throughout the movie. And because he was moving lustfully with his lower self, she was able to catch him. Now, male nature is male nature, but just be smart, be disciplined. Because there's a lot of wicked women out here. In this case, this was a white girl who want to see men, black men in particular, brought down and destroyed. If you know, you know. This woman went on to say, oh, I have a grandmother who's half black. Isn't it funny how they love to tell us that? About they half black grandmother or how they somewhere down the line is black so they can relate to me. But then when the police show up, they not black. They want to play their honorary white card. They want to play the white privilege card. Suddenly they wasn't with them Negroes. They get to speak in Spanish or whatever else. No hablo. Huh? But behind closed doors, they act like they down. Now, shout out, if you real, you real. You feel me? Like I said, if you a real one, you a real one. But we know what's going on. We know we in the season of separation. We know we in the midst of racial tensions. We know the whole world is on the premise and embarking upon warfare. We know this, man. We know this. So you can get caught up with these weird women, these ambiguous women if you want to. Any situation that we got caught up in, we came out the victor on the other side. Ask some people that know. Ask some people that don't like us, really though. You feel me? Huh? It's your big arm with the big arm. Since they want to call me yeah, it's the big arm with the big arm. Make these hoes jump, crisscross. Go play in traffic. You feel me? That's really though. And yeah, on behalf of all of those that's just trying to walk the straight and narrow in the midst of all these demonic forces, man, don't be tricked off your square. Don't get tricked off the streets with all this tomfoolery. You feel me? Salute to the gods. Yeah, man, it's real live. Like I said, we don't tell no lies on these lives. You feel me? So anybody that'll want to hate on me, hey man, feel free to hate on me. All you doing is helping the algorithm. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that watch from the clouds. Shout out to everybody that show love and those who show hate. You feel me? Because the love is always going to outweigh the hate. But yeah, you know how this go. The lyrics in the movie spoke volumes. You know what I'm saying? Songs like I Lied to You, I Love the Blues, where Sammy tells his father he is forsaking the covenant with the creator for worldly fame, emphasizing how far too many of us use the gifts God gave us for worldly pleasure and demonic gratification. The movie showed all forms of black music, which was dope, you feel me? It also showed how all forms of black art have been infiltrated by demonic forces for corporate interests. By the way, before I continue, let me say this. This movie came out months ago. I intended to see it, but the company I was gonna keep, they was also through Poppy, so I had to get some better company, you feel me, to indulge and engage. So yeah, with that being the case, everybody that told me I should see the movie, they was like, yo, the movie is about you and brothers like you and those that's with you that been fighting the good fight. Don't be derailed, deterred, or discouraged by none of this shenanigans. They tell me, bro, you gotta see this movie. You gotta see it. So it took me a while to tap in. Finally, I tapped in, you know what I'm saying? And this is the conclusion I drew. You feel me? Notice how when Samuel engaged in intimacy with the woman, the scene where it was just them in the room and he went down on the girl, it signified him eating the forbidden fruit. Upon which the vampires came to the blues joint and the main devil said they heard Samuel's voice and recognized his gift. Notice when they approached, they were smiling and being nice, signifying how devils operate, even in this modern day. It'll be people that'll say they love you and got hatred for you. It's people they'll be fake nice and pseudo nice, but they're very unkind. Their hearts is full of wickedness and treachery. You know what I'm saying? This is the world that we live in. This is the reality of what we up against. And when the devil approach you, that's how they always approach. The devil don't approach with hostility. The devil approach with subtleties. These devils and demons hardly even raise their voice. So when they try to trick a black man into, lower your voice, lower your voice. No, you can't hush this truth. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. You feel me? Worry about what a law gonna do to you. Don't worry about what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. So yeah, don't get rocked to sleep or tricked off the streets because these devils want to tell you, shh, talk softly. Because Satan could whisper in your ear sweet nothings, or he could whisper a lullaby of death and destruction. A person could tell you they hate you and whisper. So don't be deceived by these smiling faces, because that's what got them caught up. Notice when the white girl went and talked to the vampires, she wasn't telling them about her half-black grandma. Why she wasn't telling them that? Because she didn't want them to know that she was quote-unquote black. But she told all the black people about her half-black grandma. She told the vampires, oh, my mother recently died, if you remember. And then they, turned her into one of them. They turned her into a vampire. Yeah, that's how I go today. The weak links are how you liable to get caught up. They're how you susceptible to some fuckery. That's just real. The weak links are how you caught up. These people that straddle the fence, these ambiguous people, these people that, I'm cool with you, and I'm cool with you, but I know y'all don't like each other, they the enemy. These people that throw rocks, that hide their hand, they the enemy. These people, they want to be there on the victory lap, but they wasn't there with you shooting in the gym. They wasn't there putting in your 150 push-ups a day. They wasn't doing none of that. You feel me? None of it. So yeah, don't get caught up in that, because we not getting caught up in none of that. Alhamdulillah, Reportin. You feel me? And y'all know the vibes and the count. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Whether you watching it now or you watching it later. You feel me? Black Dollar Familia, I wish you well. Hit my Zelle or go to hell. Y'all know the vibes and y'all know the count. But we gonna do it for the love. Whatever they donate is what they donate. Whatever we generate is what we generate. But the truth shall be told and not sold, and that's really good. Huh? Tell them haters go hate on their demonic ass mama, asshole. This ain't what you want. You feel me? Shout out to them that's falling back. That's the best thing you can do, by the way, because I'm not playing with none of y'all. Anyway, moving forward. Stack tried to tell Samuel to leave and follow his father's instructions. See, they knew that Samuel had a gift that was special, and he was anointed by the Most High, true and living God. Samuel said the Smoke and Shaq twins were more popular than his father. That's very important. So because his father didn't have the fame and the acclaim that they had, he decided to follow them in all of their worldly passions and desires instead of following his father, which would come back to haunt him until he repented at the end. So he followed his heart and had his mind set on doing secular music and forsaking spirituality. Smoke also told Samuel about a town that Stack told him about. When the twins fled the plantation, Stack said they should go to Mound Bayou, which was a black-owned town thriving during segregation after slavery. Now, this is real live. Anybody that know, after slavery, during segregation, we ran over 60 towns. We ran the politics and everything business, everything capital. Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma was not the only location where we was thriving as black people. Like I said, I've been Furious Styles for a long time. Whether it was profitable or not, it was always productive in a law site. I don't give a damn. I wouldn't kiss the ring. I wouldn't give a damn how much money you're offering. Meanwhile, there's people that don't like me mad at me because I won't sell my soul, and they have never got the offer that I've got. So if they got the offer I got, they would sell their soul. How you mad at me? Because I want to cherish my covenant with the Creator. And I'm refusing to be tricked off the streets by these goofies. That's shameful. They should be ashamed of themselves. Especially these bras that think they're more important than what they really are. Message. That's really though. Karma is a very real thing, folks. So yeah, this was the reminder that we ran black towns. Segregation was probably the best thing that we could have been under, because under integration, the black dollar has been made minuscule until we stood up. That's why they want to suppress the numbers. That's why they send these little, pansies, to try to persuade me to get in the pig pen with them. That's why the video be glitching every other week. We pay for the top premium internet, bro. There is no higher bill I could pay. So it ain't the internet. It's the people that run this platform that don't like what we say, that don't like what we stand on, that don't like the fact that we uncompromising. See, if I flat out monetize the channel, they can have more control over what I say. But since I'm not gonna bend my morals and principles about no bag or no trash, tell them kiss my whole ass, then they don't like it. They gotta come up with other tactics and antics to try to derail and distract me. That shit don't never work. You feel me? Like I said, I feel marvelous. In the words of Jadakiss, I don't want to sound mad. I'm not mad. I feel marvelous. You feel me? All they do when they hate is help it in the algorithm. That's all they do. You feel me? So if you really want to see us lose, you better off going to find something else to do. Because one thing I would never do is check in to see a loser lose and see what they gonna do. We already know what they gonna do. And we know what the winner circle came to do. That's really though. 144,000 is a very small number. So to get back to the review and begin to wrap this up, the mayor of Mound Bayou, because remember the twins told Samuel about Mound Bayou, which was an all-black town where they could escape the treachery of segregation and all the butchery and barbarity that we was placed under as a people. The mayor told the twins, the Smoking Stack twins, told them, you can't stay here because your father was an evil man. And the evilness of your father, you shall also do. So he was basically saying, I know y'all evil because your father was evil. Meanwhile, Samuel had anointing everywhere he went because of his father. See, the movie also showed the importance of black fathers. Black fathers, you know, us, the ones that y'all don't like, the ones y'all told to stand up all my life, and now that we done stood up and the Census Bureau said we the main ones doing it right, y'all out here drowning and swimming and fighting for your life. Listen, man, we ain't trying to drown y'all. We came to do thus saith the Lord, and y'all mad. Y'all don't like that. Don't be mad at me because your dad ain't like me. You feel me? Especially you bros that like to call a nigga daddy. Don't be mad because your father a whole sucker and he older than my father and my father's accomplished more than him. Don't get yourself embarrassed on here. I'm telling you straight up and down. So yeah, the mayor said y'all can't stay here. And thus they had to leave, finding themselves in Chicago where they ended up. And like I said, Samuel had the anointing of his father's prayers, especially once he repented, which we about to get to. The vampires tempted people with rare gold, saying like today, the main devil lied and said black people harmed him, which was a lie, to get empathy of his victims who he would turn into vampires. A tactic many of them use today. Fake outrage, pseudo sadness, oh yeah, I want to be amicable. You ain't been amicable this whole time. Now suddenly they want to be amicable. Nah, we rather not. We'd rather just deal with the devil we know, like the twin said, up close, than all that fake, shenanigans. You know how that goes. Because they gonna fake it till they make it and they never made it fake it. That's what trips me out. So no, we ain't going. We ain't doing all that amicable stuff. We not playing that game. You know what I'm saying? Keep that bullshit to yourselves. Yeah, and that's just what it is. So yeah, they use them same tactics today. The vampires also played on people's wants, desires, and weaknesses. The white girl used intimacy to seduce Stack when she turned him into a vampire, the twin brother. Stack was the weaker link between the brothers, which is why Smoke always tried to protect Stack all through the movie. It shows how the lower self will always lead a man to his downfall. You know, like these simp, sucker, lackluster, you feel me, half-breed brothers. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that these women is used to. See, these women are used to a man that his lower desires will lead him into the hellfire. They not used to a man that's gonna stand on thus saith the Lord. And I'm trying to be pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the creator and thus the only reality. They not used to that. And after they get laid on top of 100 bums, when a man and God show up, they gonna be like a deer in headlights. They ain't gonna know what to do or which way to go. That's just really though, that's what it is. So yeah, the movie also showed how we are living in the season of separation, as I said. children rebelling against parents, siblings being torn apart by opposing views leading to separate paths, spouses being torn apart by evil forces, emphasizing the difference between family and relatives, which is an E.T. Ali quote. I've been saying it for years, it's a difference between family and relatives, and now the whole internet saying it. So tell these bums to get off my schlong, you feel me? And tell your broad, she might could remix the record if she want to have a second go round, if I'm in the mood. You feel me? What Wayne say, got a sign on my dick that say bad bitches only, shit like that. Don't play with me. Don't play with it. You feel me? We in the season of separation. And in this season of separation, people that you think is with you, you gonna find out they not really with you. You feel me? That it's been you and the law all along. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's gonna matter, our covenant with the Creator. All this other foolishness is just that foolishness. It's not gonna matter. It's not. You feel me? By the way, for the haters and, you know what I'm saying, the would-be motivators, if they could motivate themselves, then maybe they could motivate somebody else. We gonna make sure that we take a screenshot, you know what I'm saying, of everything that we need to. Shout out to the people in the chat last week that was on top of it. I got moderators without even appointing moderators while they talking about my chat room. People that took screenshots of everything that happened last week. So yeah, y'all look real good planning funeral arrangements and leaving me the hell alone. That's really dope. Please do not earn yourself more wrath, karma, and chastisement playing with a lost servant. Don't do it. Find yourself something else to do. It's 8 billion people in the world. Huh? Go find something to do or somebody to screw. Go jack your dick or slit your wrist in the goddamn corner. Just get out my face. That's really though. Because we winning over here. Black Dollar Familia, y'all know the vibes and the count. Where was we at? I was talking about family and relatives. Oh yeah. Smoke was more morally sound than his twin brother, Stack, a better negotiator and leader than his brother, whom Stack, his brother, was motivated by women and money. You gonna always lose if your bottom line is trying to get abroad and trying to splurge some cash. You gonna always come up short and run out of steam. Because it's only so much money you can amass and so much you can buy. When you die, you're not taking it with you. And whoever you leave it to might squander it when you gone. Because they might not love what you love the way you goddamn love it. So what you doing other than stacking a bunch of money to give to somebody else, particularly the same white people that printed it for your dumb ass. And chasing your loins and your lustful desires has never been proven to be a success. All you gotta do is look at the Bible. Look at Solomon, strongest man in the Bible. Who brought him down? Delilah, a woman, a fair-skinned woman, meaning she was a white woman. And Samson was a black man. That's why she wanted him to cut his locks, his natural hair. Yeah, shout out to all of y'all fugazi buffoons and jigaboos that be trying to get people to cut their natural hair because you got self-hatred. Don't be mad at me because you can't grow an afro, asshole. Pray to your creator or something. But leave the gods alone, because the exalted assembly, we on our post and we gonna be doing our due diligence whether y'all like it or not. And that's to the end, no pretend. Notice that during the film, I had to point this out. The vampires couldn't enter without permission. Now this is very important because this is the same way today. People cannot enter your life without permission. People cannot bring controversy and all of this, all of this that people bring into our lives without us giving consent. You have to consent to be governed. You consent to a voting system. You consent to pay taxes. You consent to be in debt. It's consensual. The devil don't force you. He respects your free will. Everybody know that. So that's why they can't come like a lion. Hence why I got this lion up here. You never hear the devil described as a lion. Why? Because a lion don't hide, a lion don't lie, a lion don't shuck and jive. A lion gonna eat what it kill and roar the goddamn jungle. Lay around when it's time to lay down and let the lionesses please and pleasure him. King shit. That's why they mad. You feel me? Meanwhile, the devil is more like a serpent. A slithering yellow belly, emphasis on yellow belly, hissing creature. Yes, this is true. This is very true. Cold-blooded, callous, always by themselves. Only time they in groups is to be predatorial or to mate. So they either hunting or mating, procreating. That's the only time you see them with somebody. No communion, no compassion, no sympathy, no empathy. Yeah, like a lot of these devils that's mad at me, that wish they could stop me, but it's not a law's decree. Keep hating so more people can keep dying. Go play in traffic. Don't play with me. I said what I said. I will expose everybody. Everybody. And by the way, I just went to court this week, side note, with my son's mother. Every time I go to family court, I'm undefeated. Ask my son's mother and ask the broad that I got married to, who are two different women. Ask them how they be throwing stones at me and disaster and calamity just keep falling in their life. And people just keep getting caught up in snares and catching strays and hit by trains. Ask them. Ask them. You feel me? This is a very real thing. Because in this world, touch not thy anointed and do my prophet no harm. That's what that good book say that y'all claim to believe in. The Bible said in the last days, he will pour out his abundance and you will see all of the prophets walking among you. So why y'all hating on me? For the same reason y'all hated on Solomon. Back to my original point. Samson was brought down by what? His lust. Solomon was the wisest of his day. Solomon was the wisest of the Old Testament, according to the Bible, until the coming of Jesus Christ. What brought Solomon down? His lustful desires, was it not? Him playing with sorcery, was it not? Yeah, and it's deep because in the Holy Quran, there's a prayer that I pray, an ayat that goes like this. Surah 38, ayat 35. Ya Allah, please forgive me and grant me the kingdom, which suits not another after me, for thou art the granter of bounties without measure. Ameen. In the Holy Quran, Solomon said, "O Allah, please forgive me and grant me the kingdom, which suits not another after me, for thou art the granter of bounties without measure." Imagine you reading that in the Quran or saying that in your prayers and somebody overhearing it and saying that you're being arrogant. That's what the devil do. See, the devil know that they rejected their godhood. So they want you to reject yours too. They want you to fall on your sword too. No, we get carried out on our shield. It's real in the battlefield. We was raised in the war zone. Go argue with your mama. Quick water break. How long we been on here? A little less than an hour. We gonna get ready to wrap up. You feel me? We gonna take the UFO back to the mother plane. You know how that go. Cause momentarily I gotta go. But I must say it. Let the truth be told, not so. Like I said, the devils couldn't enter. Them vampires couldn't enter without permission. And we always give the devil permission, don't we? We always let bloodsuckers and leeches and parasites and vampires enter our life. But when you're really anointed and appointed, ain't it funny how they always come up smoking and we shine like the sun itself? I find it to be miraculous. I mean, you got people out here doing witchcraft, trying to do sorcery, trying to do white magic, trying to do spells. They took voodoo, which was originally for healing and elevation, and made it wicked. And now they got us scared of our own ancestry, while they profit and capitalize off of it every single day. You can't make it up. Good versus evil has been going on since the beginning of time. So to wrap all of this up, that's what the movie entailed. That's what it portrayed. You know what I'm saying? Evil forces cannot override our free will. They attempt to persuade us through temptation and lower appetites, similar to how we consent to be governed and accept propaganda. Cornbread accused Smoke and the others of being worse than the white man when he got bit by the vampires and then tried to enter back in. He said, y'all worse than the white man. Meanwhile, he was actually compromised. Ain't that what these devils do? Like how Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom was the good guy. Uncle Tom was the one who didn't compromise. What do they call a quote-unquote black sellout today? Uncle Tom, right? But in Uncle Tom's Cabin, Uncle Tom was the real nigga. He wasn't no jigaboo Sambo sellout. What are they talking about? Same way they tried to say with Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington was the one that stood on black excellence and said, let us do for self. Let us teach our own. Let us grow our own. Let us govern our own. Let us heal our own. Let us build on our own. It was W.E.B. Du Bois who was handpicked by them people and made the voice of the NAACP. So we had to revisit history to discover and uncover, damn, Booker T. Washington was really the more solid one out of the two. And shout out to both of the ancestors. May Allah be pleased with both of their souls. But isn't it funny how the devil that's compromised will try to say you compromised? Isn't it funny that the one that's trying to start fitna, or devilishment will accuse you of being the devil? Isn't it funny how people that really don't have no love for you will be pump faking, talking about how they want to be amicable? I mean, all you gotta do is pay attention to what's going on. The world around you, and then your personal life is I'm observing and doing inventory of my personal life. Don't get tricked off the streets with these miserable ass devils because their misery wants your company. They can't live without your energy. And the suction and the siphoning of your blood. And what is your blood? Your blood is your lifeline. Your blood is what gives you life. Your blood represents the water, the flow of energy. And they want to disturb and disrupt that because why? Because they miserable. Don't fall for it. So yeah, the Asian woman was honorary with a feminist attitude. She was talking in her black accent though. She was talking in her country black accent though. Couldn't help but notice that. She tried to tell Smoke to go kill the vampires. She wanted more garlic when they ate it for protection. So she wanted more garlic than the other people in her circle. She also gave the vampires permission to enter. Because like we said, you got to give the devil permission to come in. Anybody that's seen that movie Case 39 or Devil's Advocate, you name it. You got to give them permission, consent to come in. You got to give the government consent for them to rule over you. If you sovereign, you don't consent to be governed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you might be part of the problem because it's 2025. And I'm trying to say it as nice as I can because you know how these people like to throw stones and hide their hands. Start some shit and act like you did something to them. I noticed they quiet today in the chat. That's smart. Watch from the clouds or get shot down like a bird. Please and thank you. That's really dope. So yeah, Samuel knew the vampires came for him. His father told him the devil would come after him because of his music. The movie emphasizes how fathers are rejected while being of vital importance and needed for a child's upbringing and also guidance during their adulthood. In particular, us black fathers, and that's really though. So yeah, when it all came down, whose voice reigned supreme? The voice of God, the voice of supreme wisdom, the voice of infinite intelligence, the voice of the preacher man that told his son, tell the devil, get thee behind me, Satan. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. The Quran puts it like this. This world is but sport and play. Do not fall for the deception that appears in the name of amusement. It is all to trick you off the straight path and to make you fall out of remembrance of your Lord. And if you forget Allah, you can trust and believe Allah gonna forget about you. See, I don't want nobody around me that only pray when somebody dies or something tragic happens. I don't want to hear it. It ain't even 10 in the morning. I'm 8 rakahs in between me, you, and Allah. Y'all, some of y'all don't even know what that means. 8 rakahs in because we at war. And I'ma suffocate you about mine, Jay Holiday. Don't play with me. That's really dope. So yeah, you know, Samuel knew that the vampires were coming for him. His father told him that they would come for him because of his music. You see what I'm saying? No one loves the warrior until the enemy is at the gate. Let me say that again. No one loves the warrior until the enemy is at the gate. Then everybody want to be amicable. Then everybody want to, no, you don't get to stone me and then ask me to bring my sword out. Where your sword at? Go handle that. That's really though. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Let me say that again. But the slow people in the bike with their ego in the front, you feel me? It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war zone. Upon eating the garlic, the temptress had a bad reaction, and also the drunkard harmonica player. They both did. This symbolizes how some black people accept the ways of the devil unless they give their soul to the enemy. So in other words, they accepted many ways of the devil, but they hadn't got their blood sucked. They hadn't been turned into the devil. But many of the ways that they had embraced them. And they would end up becoming part of the problem as well. They would end up joining, you know, the ditch party, the vampirical crew. You know what I'm saying? The Vladimirs and all of them. We know how they go. You know what I'm saying? Samuel recognized the devil. The devil said Samuel's gift would unlock the vampires and set the devil free, showing how the devil needs to use God's gifts against those of us blessed with the gifts. The devil has to use God's gifts against those of us who are blessed with such gifts. Don't watch me watch TV. You feel me? Don't worry about it. In Mirastaman voice, don't worry about it. Because where we come from, them bombs, they get bought and sold and we make a profit. You feel me? We don't know nothing about that. You feel me? It's your big unk with the big unk. Old school. Make these hoes jump, crisscross. Don't get it up, no. That's really low. So yeah, where we at, bro? We about to land this plane. I got to go. Smoke kept his faith. Stack needed smoke, but smoke didn't need Stack. So when it all went down and they had to go to war with the vampires, it was good versus evil. It didn't matter if this was your brother. It didn't matter if this was your spouse. It didn't matter who your relationship was. Which side are you on? Pick your side and ride out. I try to tell people all the time, don't get caught in between two forces that got an issue with each other because you want to play both sides. That's not very wise. See, you think you just being cool with everybody. You're really being fake. And I'm real, so I'll call your fake ass out on that bullshit you doing. I don't care nothing about it, bro. See me on Father's Day or be the next Marvin Gaye, little buddy. That's really though. You and your broad. Cause she done called me daddy 99 ways from Sunday. I don't want to hear it, big fella. Huh? Get your fitness up, not your attention up, goofball. That's really though. Stack exposed how he didn't think they'd ever be free. Meaning he lacked faith, but his brother had faith. And Samuel, although he compromised on the mission, he never lost faith. If you notice the song that the vampires were singing, they picked poor Robin clean. He was almost clean enough to eat. They should have knew behind them smiling faces that something was wrong right then. But of course, the Lily Ivory chick, Susie May, want to play both sides and got everybody jammed up. Watch the company you keep. Watch the broads you running around with. Sister, if you a real one, stop getting caught up with these goofy men and then get mad at us real men. Because you want to take all your frustrations and bitterness out from your baby daddy or whatever 1,700 men you done laid up with. Now that it's a real man in your presence, you think we gonna be subjugated to your demons? Man, this dragon on my shoulder will eat you and every single one of your demons. Don't play with me. That's really though. I don't give a damn who you are. We in the season of separation. I'm not on the side of these devils. I'm not on the side of these culture vultures. I'm not on the side of these code switchers, these jigaboo sambos, or they colonizer slave master. I'm not with you. I'm not with y'all. We're not playing that game. So let's be very clear. They've been talking about impaling and eating black people, both physically and spiritually, since time immemorial. It's happening right now. What you think all this trafficking is about? They trafficking organs. Huh? Shout out to the people that know about that. I would say more on that, but we gonna let, dead dogs lie for now until it's time to raise the dead and expose them to their record. We living in the day of judgment, Oh, okay, stay tuned. So yeah, on the outro and on the exit, Samuel's father, I noticed this. The preacher, Samuel's father, referred to him as Samuel after the prophet. Everybody else in the movie called him Sammy. The devil said, I want your stories, your song, your soul, which is what the devil wants from us to this day. Samuel repented, resisted the devil, and survived with Smoke's help. Smoke not only killed Stack, but also the other vampires and devils. In the end, he was martyred and reunited with his woman and the baby they lost. Now, notice that the baby that they had was named Elijah. We're going to get back to that in a minute. Samuel returned to his father after escaping the vampires and they, parasitical death plot to take his soul. He came back like the prodigal son in the Bible. The prodigal son, the one that left his father's home and was in the field feeding swine and husking corn, and dealing with people that was really beneath him. They couldn't see him eye level in no arena, in no category. He returned like the prodigal son. And upon his return, his father commanded him, my voice, my heart, my soul is for the Lord. He told his son to say it. Samuel. In conclusion, Samuel used his gift to serve God. 60 years later to the day, Stack and his girl, the Lily Ivory girl, they approached Samuel. Notice they look the same because, they hadn't aged, they're vampires. Samuel was an old man by then. Stack was like, I could smell that you on your way out. You ain't got much longer. He could smell death on him. He told him, I see you still doing your music. I miss the days where it was real. Now it's synthetic. Now it's all digital. That was very important. That shows the transition of the music. See, you got to remember, Satan was the angel of music. That's another reason why these devils mad at me. Isn't it only right that Allah will raise another angel of music to deal with the one that went astray before me? See, that's why they mad at me. You can get caught up in the numbers if you want to. You better get caught up in the message of the rapture with your dumb ass. Or get your dumb ass in this casket. Because one day we all gonna go. But I'm gonna be in the right state of mind, body, heart, and soul when I go. That's really though. How about you? Take 2 of these truth pills and holler at me in the morning. You feel me? Let me know how it worked out for you. So yeah, when Stack came back, he told her, my brother told me spare your life because he spared his life. Smoke spared Stack's life. So we told his brother, don't mess with Samuel. He got a gift. Leave him alone. That's our cousin. He good. Samuel asked him, he said, man, do you regret it? I mean, that was the best day of my life before the night came and everybody went vampire. Stack told him, yeah, it was the best day of my life too. It was the last day I seen the sun. It was the last day I seen my brother. It was the last day he was in God's grace and favor. The last day he had a chance to make it right. And ever since, he's been walking amongst the living dead, like some people we know, miserable as hell. Miserable as hell, man, because you won't join in that miserable company. No, get your dumb ass in this casket, folks. Do that. Leave me alone. Leave us. Y'all like movies, right? Leave us. If you know, my nigga. So yeah, in conclusion, Samuel used his gift to serve God. When they approached him, meaning Stack and his girl, Samuel was anointed, so he had nothing to worry about. Them demons just wanted to hear his music. Ain't it funny how they can hate your guts but love your gift? In conclusion, Smoke's baby that him and his woman had when they was reunited in the ancestral realm. Notice they was wearing all white. The baby's name was Elijah. The movie begins and ends on October 16th. October 16th is the anniversary of the Million Man March. So y'all can keep sleeping on Elijah's teachings and the voice of Farrakhan all your dumbass want to. That's a you problem, not a me problem, not a we problem. You know the motto, you know the vibes, you know the count. Get your dumbass in this casket, nigga, with your hating ass. Don't hate me because you ain't me. You feel me? Don't hate me because we beautiful and we God gifted. This shit's splendid and you niggas is ridiculous. So yeah, we about to get ready to get up out of here. I think I made my point clear. Notice the movie took 60 years, right? 63 if you want to be exact. So right on the brink of 64 years, 63 and some change, the 64-year lie. What's that? Oh, telling us that slavery started in 1619, but it really started in 1555. If you know, you know. If you don't, you Google everything else, right? Y'all Google my 600-pound life, right? Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Google something that's going to save your dumbass life with your miserable ass. Try that. Don't watch me watch TV. Try that. You feel me? So yeah, in the end, Smoke rejected the devil's money and saved his soul. And Samuel stayed true to the calling of his father. And thus saith the Lord, as the Creator instructed him and as instructed us all to do. Because see, that was a movie, but this is real life. And like I said, in my real life, people been telling me, bro, you need to see that movie. It's about you. I see why they were saying that. I see why these haters be mad and miserable. I guess if I was them, I would be mad and miserable too. But you feel me? We doing the best we can do. And we better than they dumbass. So with that being said, we accepting all challenges. We knocking out all bombs. I don't care nothing about none of that. Go handle your business. Don't be found letting your business handle you. Water break. And before I go, I just want to speak on one more thing. The Cincinnati Brawl. Yeah, the Cincinnati Brawl. Notice how when they put their hands on us, meaning the pale people, and then we deal with them, everybody is outraged, right? But meanwhile in Indiana, there was a black man in a bar. Now check this out. This black man is in a bar, surrounded by white folks that don't like him. They're all drinking. He's the only black person in there. Black man, stop trying to fit in with these people that don't rock with you, bro. Huh? Either roll solo or deal with your own kind. And I don't just mean skin tone. I mean like minds and kindred spirits. Those whose heartbeat is in sync with your heartbeat. On some soul to soul, however do you want me, however do you need me type shit. You feel me? Stop trying to blend and mingle with people that ain't trying to build for real. Yeah, go ahead with that. So this black man, mind you, this black man didn't touch nobody in that bar. The whole bar stalked him out. So then you got a couple of Russians, a group of Russians, antagonizing black people in downtown Cincinnati, where it's prominent black businesses. The man slaps the black man. Get him and his woman violated. What my brother New Breed say? Molly Wop and Jolly Stops. I'm talking about that lady looked like her soul left her body. And now everybody want to cry. Ain't this about some fake outrage? Why do y'all spend your time trying to promote people? It's similar to the Carmelo Anthony thing. Keep your hands to yourself because you can't control how a person reacts. You could pick your choice, but your dumb ass can't pick your consequences. And there's some people out here that been tired of your dumb ass and they about to play with you. So all of you people that don't like us and you know we not the same, and all of y'all that's supposed to be, black or brown or whatever, same. We supposed to be same. And y'all straddling the fence, playing both sides. Not just when it come to race, but when it come to societal relations, period. Anybody that play both sides, you a snake and you dangerous. And we keep blades for them snakes in the grass. We will chop your head. We will chop your ass. We will take that rattle off your tail and go give it to a baby to play with or something. Don't play with me. This ain't that. Shout out to Ohio. Because, of course, it would be in Ohio, right? Huh? It would be in that third eye state of mind, right? That great Buckeye state, right? Cleveland stand up, Cincinnati stand up, Columbus stand up. Y'all know the vibes and the count. All of the neighboring cities stand up. Yeah, you real, I don't care where you at. What county you in, Summit County, Lorain County, Geauga County, Stark County. If you a real one, stand on business. Mind the business that pays you. And don't get tricked off the streets with these devils. Because in the end, you're not going to share a casket with they dumb ass. So you let them trick you into an early grave or out of favor with Allah if you want to. Let them earn you the wrath and displeasure of Allah if you want to. I'm not going. You feel me? Righteous. And shout out to Omi Salam Laker. Mosque 18 is the cave, and they know that's where we dwell. You feel me? Like the big homie said, welcome to hell where you are welcome to sell. That's really though. And in the cave, what was it? When it was two of them, the third one was the dog. That's why it's man's best friend. When it was three of them, the fourth one was the dog. That's why they man's best friend. When it was four of them, the fifth one was the dog. You get the point. Why do you think you could Google images of them growing tails like dogs? See, I could go on and on and on about that. So while people mad at me because they can't be with me or they can't walk with me or they can't get their juju to work the way that they normally would do on other dudes, I'm not them. I'm a prayer warrior. Like I said, I'm 8 rock eyes in, baby. It ain't even noon. It ain't even 12 p.m. You could never. These niggas can't even sit and read a scripture in the Quran. Don't hardly know they Bible. But look at me crazy because I'm living the book. I'm living proof of Allah's testimony. I'm living proof of the wisdom. And it gets greater later. If you know, you know. So without further ado, we about to get ready to get up out of here. Very much to do, very little to say. And I think we done spoke enough golden gospel on this Sabbath day. Happy Saturday to everybody that's keeping the Sabbath sacred and all that. Y'all know the vibes, y'all know the count. Black Dollar, we about to be out. But before we go, like I said, we doing it a little different today, and I am in album mode. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna play back that song that we just heard, Furious Styles. You feel me? Yeah, the ETI Tape 2.0 is on the way. I'm gonna release the actual title soon enough. I done showed the artwork. Wait for it. We ain't doing nothing but taking our time. December 9th. The culture is mine. We delivering the classic. So all the haters get excited because you got something to hate on. Holiday season is me. It ain't a lot of people that can do what I do like I do it how I does it when I'm found doing it. And withstanding in the midst of all of the hatred. I'm nothing but resilient. Blessed by the very best, no less. So yeah, tap in. This Tuesday, take your head off Tuesday. We dropping a YouTube short. Wait for it.
Black out. I'm trying to keep it cool, but I'm furious now. Never out of character, bitch. I'm furious now. All the losers keep me cruising, and the goofies keep me choosing. I just tell them all move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die, and the only one I fear is Allah. Best rapper alive. When that hating don't work, they start telling lies. Kill them all line with their funerals, speaking televised. Entertainer lecture all the time. We do exercise. I get paid to tell the truth. They going wrong, selling lies. Holiday season with the pack. It's a fourth quarter. You don't want to see me when I'm at these niggas getting tortured. I'm with the Suicide Squad. All we know is slaughter. Make concubines out of wives and daughters. Fill it up. with me. Never let them trick me off the streets with all that childish shit. Since you wanna talk,
Let's tell the truth, no lies, please. Niggas way too grown to get murdered over a live stream. Just know the angel of death don't wear no halos. Hoes out here running from their past. No J-Lo, no Diddy, but I run my city. Come and get me. On me can't save you this time. Niggas is history. Assault for law, but I'm burning shit down. All money ain't good, so I'm turning shit down. I was trying to keep it cool, but I'm furious now. Never out of character. Bitch, I'm furious. Styles, all the losers keep losing and the groupies keep choosing. I just tell them all move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die. And the only one I fear is Allah. Best rapper alive. When the lies don't work, they plotting on your life. Wanna take our freedom of speech. They plotting on our right. All my enemies in this industry get obituary since they wanna see us visionaries in the cemetery. Niggas stop digging my grave before you fall in. Niggas too sick for this work. They gotta call in.
Every day I'm going
Really
home
though?
for some mental health. Damn, they be passing judgment, but we know they never feel pain. Never gave my image and likeness to someone to control. Niggas out here breaking the code.
These hoes sold they song.
On this internet, it's just stupid people with smartphones.
Let me find out the microchip is in these barcodes.
Hit my cellar, go there.
If I'm Amelia, I wish you will. Hoes, no, I don't pillow talk. No, I don't kiss and tell. Loose lips, sing shit, they furious now.
This is boys in the hood.
Bitch, I'm furious. Styles on my child, soft for law, but I'm burning shit down. All money ain't good, so I'm turning shit down. I was trying to keep it cool, but I'm furious now. Never out of character. Bitch, I'm furious. Styles, all the losers keep losing and the cookies keep choosing. I just tell them all move to the side. Niggas scared to look into my eyes. I ain't never scared to die. And the only one I fear is Allah. Best rapper alive. I want to shout out everybody that was in the chat. That's really though. Be not deceived by the haters. Black Dollar holla. Since they want to sing omens and shit. Funeral service music, you dig? Black Dollar. Black Dollar Entertainment. They out here talking about what you want, gang. The truth. Furious style. What you stepping and he's fetching? Goofy little nigga.
It's called gentrification.
Huh?
That's what happens when the property value of a certain area is brought down. You can see that. They bring your property value down. They buy the land at a low price and they move all the people out, raise the property value and sell it at a profit. And what we need to do is we need to keep everything in our neighborhood, everything black. Black homes, black money.
Black is not local. Black is not regional. Black is not national. Black is universal, and that's really though. It's bigger than global, you feel me? It's universal. Like the truth is universal. See, all light started in darkness. You feel me? All light started in darkness. So what we gonna do, we in album mode, right? I'm gonna play two more. I'm gonna play an intro off one album, then I'm gonna play an outro off another album. You know the type of shit these other rappers can't do? I'm talking about the content. Like, let me demonstrate. Allow me to show you what I'm talking about. Exhibit
Are you
E.
aware of what you're saying?
Big moves, Ali.
I'm totally aware of what I'm saying. You know what the problem is? You motherfuckers don't know us. You motherfuckers don't know me. I've been locked down in here for 18 years. Them young niggas don't know how to run shit. This is my house. I run this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I run this motherfucker.
That's how they wanted me to react last week.
I will kill you, motherfucker. You hear me? I run this motherfucker.
Save your questions to the end. Don't ask me. Shh. Really though? It's so grimy at the bottom. Dirty in the middle, only at the top. Everybody got problems. I'm trying to maintain, not complain, but it's so much pain. Never will I break or against the grain. Never get sleep, man, emotion tree. Do a lot of dirt, but I feel no shame. On the microphone, I'm Saddam Hussein. So you know I'm dropping bombs. Hear these haters talking, but don't have time to respond. Just gotta go for mine. Don't pay these fools on mine. Arion, Ben a dime, Black Michael Corleone. Put that on my God. Father, Black Dollar, nobody hotter. I'm the son of the sun. I'm the one top street scholar in the school of hard knocks. I'm ahead of my class from the home of half. That's what we always wanted, but we could never have. Don't nobody understand me. I'm just trying to feed my family. Tomorrow I make history. Today I'll increase my salary. Blowing on the celery and I can't breathe. Crown me king of the streets. Arion Ali. This that Black Dollar sound, bitch. Free my brothers, free my brothers, free my brothers. Nasir and Muhammad got me feeling brolic. You won't catch me playing games. I'm allergic to the nonsense. We was born in the cesspool. You could call it hell. Introduction to our manhood, like welcome to this cell. Jail cells is unforgiving, but the whole world is a prison. Took the white man's capitalism and made it our religion. Forsaking all the scriptures till we in a bad position. Then we been bowing prostrated, back to be forgiven. Sought for law, sought for law. We ain't have a right to passage, so we out here throwing blows, trying to cope with all the madness. So they labeled us as savage, say we ravishing the planet. This shit make me want to scream. Janet and Michael Jackson. Usually I do not curse when I be writing down my lyrics. I really need you to hear it. So fuck if you a bandit. Y'all cannot defeat me. Put that on Black Dollar. King of Wakanda. Babies call me T'Challa. You feel me? Like I said, intro, now we gonna play an outro. You feel me? Some of y'all might remember that movie. If you don't, you're not part of the culture. You'll be surprised. I'm out here talking about I'm Furious Styles. You'll be surprised how many of these goofy niggas ain't never seen Boys in the Hood, bro. But they act like they part of the culture or something. I'll be confused. How you part of black culture and ain't never seen Boys in the Hood, bro? Because you're not part of black culture, nigga. Whose story is it? Mine or yours, nigga? Let me know. Whose story have they told? When they talk about tablets and scrolls, when they talk about writing on the walls, hieroglyphics from the soul, whose story have they told? Ancient stories that they told to the young from the old. Our elders don't even seem to know. Whose story have they told, or whose story have they stole? You call my story your own as a method of control? Whose story have they told? Listen, whose story never told. Greatest story ever wrote. The motherland is our home. Whose story have they told when they changed her name to Africa? Drank blood from her life vein. Vladdy and Hater, Count Dracula. Whose story have they told? Who is erasing that dam? Whose story have they told? When they said let us make man. Who is the Adamic race? Who are the free animals? Who came out of the cage? Who are the children of the light? What color were the first slaves? How were those slaves treated? Could they find their own freedom? Were they tortured? Were they beaten? Who is the father of time? Who's the mother of civilization? Are we man or mankind? Who destroyed God's nation? Did dinosaurs really exist, or was it all only a myth? Are there creatures underground waiting to come out of the abyss? Who are the Africans? Listen, Asiatics were the leaders who rewrote our story and named our land Pangea. Wild lies advertised, but the truth is taboo. Why won't they respect my mind and all out of food in their school? Whose story are they telling in the year 1619? When my ancestors were all here in 1555. Whose story are they telling? Listen, who taught us evolution? Who helped white men revolt in every white revolution? Whose story are they telling? Or whose story are they selling? If you're black, then you're cursed, but if you're white, you came from heaven. Whose story are they telling? Listen, when they talk about Israel, everything I do is a crime, but yeah, they're the real criminals. Whose story are they telling? When they talk about the promise, every time God's incarnated, they will try their best to stop them. Whose story are they telling? Check the lies they've been spreading. They love war and bloodshed, but words are my greatest weapon, and unity is our only hope. Our only hope for protection. I'm feeling like Miss Tubman, representing the North Star for direction. Whose story
story where they telling in the movie The 10 Commandments, why all the actors white, but the real prophets are all black men. Whose right idea was it?
Listen.
Miseducate the Negro.
Peace to Carter G. Woodson. My poetry is his sequel. And speaking of the Negro,
That's a word I'll never understand.
Our
Our
creator-
oppressor made a nigga. Our creator created a man.
Listen.
Story what they telling. Do you know Samson and Delilah? Why do we resist the truth?
but yet we fall in love with liars.
Who wrote the Torah, the Holy Bible, and the Quran? The truth we wrote in those books more powerful than nuclear bombs. They got us thinking there's no hope.
So my people sell their souls.
We got a war sport, cold rolls, or what kind of war shows? And anyway, who's the academy? And what have they really done? Their opinions straight blasphemy. Their credibility is none. And whose story were they telling? When they mention Madonna, the Virgin Mary is a black woman.
She has features like our mamas.
So they took our mother Mary
And reduced her to a mammy.
Hung Jesus from a tree,
Mutilated whole families.
so-called white historians,
That's the original proof.
because they stole black history for copyrights and white books.
They say you want to hide something from blacks, hide it in a book. But their books are full of lies. That's why we don't even bother to look.
Whose story will they tell? The clay or the potter? Which one is more sick? Is it the patient or the doctor? The
Listen.
Constitution written by white hands says I'm only
3/5 of a man.
Are we talking black history?
Or the history of African Americans. Black history, African American history. Are they really one and the same?
That's something preachers, politicians, and professors just
Can't explain.
Whose story will they tell when they talk about police brutality? Whose story will they tell when they write about genocide casualties? Whose story will they tell when they discuss great inventions? Will the white man get all the credit?
Will the black man need to be mentioned?
Will the white woman be exalted?
Will they denounce the black woman? Who taught you how to sew, how to clean? Who taught you homemade cooking? Whose story will they tell when they talk some crack sales?
Which one is really to blame?
Is it
Organism
or the sale?
Will they persecute black men?
And send him straight to hell?
Or will they condemn the white man?
Who invented the drug as well?
Whose story will you believe? Is it mine or is it his?
Are we humans producing children or are we ghosts producing kids? Listen.
Will you believe when they write about the Great War? Should we live by the gun
Or is the pen mightier than the sword?
Whose story will you believe? Whose statements? Which language? Will they crucify Obama?
Or say he tried to make changes? Whose story will you believe? My story or his facade? Would you believe me if I told you that the black man was really God? Whose story do you believe? Black Dollar Entertainment, they call me E.T. Ali, Ariana Ali, aka Mr. Muta Ali, BKA Big Muta Ali, Black Dollar DBIC, Furious Styles in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me, and that's really though. Indulging in these superior facts. Be not disturbed by the haters and the naysayers, because every time we drop a video, we do what we do on the live, and then by the time you double back at the end of the day, them numbers be astronomically greater. You can see the difference. So everybody that's gonna catch the live, I appreciate it. Everybody that, spread the word, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know how these algorithms work, and y'all definitely know what these haters do. Try to stop a real nigga, but you can't knock me off my pivot. Forget it. Black Dollar Entertainment, we been the realest, the most resilient, the most consistent. I appreciate you tuning in with me. Until next week, keep the Sabbath day sacred and indulging in these superior facts. They call me Mr. Muta Ali, Big Muta Ali, Furious Styles in the building, and we gonna leave it right there, straight like that. A hater's born every day, and you can get your dumb ass in this casket. But for the night is out. Know that. Black Dollar, holla. Assalamu alaikum to those that know what's going on. That's really though.